In this video, I will show you how to navigate from Canvas onto our My Accounting Lab section, and then also within MAL, I will show you some of the features that you can use for the class for each chapter. Now, there are a couple of ways to access the assignments. The main one would be through modules. But before that, I'll show you a more direct way to do so if you wish. But again, probably the best way is to do it through modules. But let me show you this one first anyway. This looks the same as the time when I showed you how to register through these links. I asked you to click on any of these two. I clicked on this one, My Accounting Lab Course Home, and back at that point through the registration, you got some screens to register into that MAL section. Now that you already registered, when you click on this again, you will notice that you no longer go through those other screens. You go directly into MAL, and you're there. Now, to access the assignments, you would just simply go into the assignments, and here you will see the active assignments for the class. And at the moment, you only see the reading checks of the quizzes for chapters 14 and 15, and the homework 14 and 15 as well. The other ones are already there, but are not viewable until after the exams. The first exam is completed, then it will be activated. But for now, this is good enough for the first 4 weeks. Now let me get out of here again to show you again the best way to access your assignments is going to be through modules. So I'm going to go through modules right now, and assuming that you've actually done all of these pages, and in some cases you need to mark a page done. So if you go here, for example, you would have needed to actually click a button here that asks you to mark it as done, and once you do that, you see this thing there. As you see there, it's marked as done, obviously. So once you go through all these sequence of screens for module 0, then you would be able to actually move on to module for chapter 14. So if you go there, you'll see different parts of the lesson. This one just tells you administratively what's going on. Move on to the overview, the lecture notes. I think I've shown you this in a different video, but it's okay. You can see that basically I give you some information here that sort of gives you a sort of a duplicate of what you would read in your textbook for the chapter, but obviously these are the teacher's notes, so you can actually see what's emphasized. So it might be useful that way. Once you're done here, you can move on to some review questions, and again, this is optional. You can get to see the questions, and then if you click on any of these arrows here, you get to see the actual answer. So this is one way to review if you understand some of these concepts. Now this is not graded at all, this is just for your own review. Now once you're done with this, you will get to the reading check for chapter 14, and notice that it's already pointing you to the assignment inside of MAL. So as soon as you hit start, you would actually be at the same place as if you had gone through this other link here. It's a different view, but it's the very same thing. So let me just show you what it looks like. It looks like this. Again, it's truly, even though it's within Canvas, it's still the very same thing you would see had you gone directly through My Lab over here. And so you get to go through each of these questions, and obviously you get your points, and you're done. You submit at the end of having completed this. And once you're done with this, you move on, and you move on to the homework part of the chapter. And here, as I said in a different video, for each module you have some homework assigned. This is all coming from the class calendar, and so here's what is assigned, but here's everything that is in the back of the chapter, in this case chapter 14. So all the multiple choice questions here, or the brief exercises, BEs, are here, exercises and problems by learning objective, and the ones that have the stars are the ones that are actually assigned. And so knowing this and knowing what you need to review, you can then click on this link here, and this has the actual answer keys for that homework for that chapter, and so it takes you to this set of documents that has every single answer key that relates to that homework. And so that's how you would actually start your review. And again, at minimum, you want to review the ones that are assigned. You can do more than that if you wish, but at least the ones that are assigned. Once you're done, I would suggest that at that point you move on to the next screen, and that will take you to the homework inside of My Lab again. And you get to do each of these assigned homework items, the same ones that were in the previous page with the answer keys. They're very same ones but with different numbers. And so when you do this, you should have already reviewed the answer key so you have a sense of how to solve it. So I'm going to show you this one, for example, for the brief exercise 7 for this chapter, and you can actually just answer this accordingly. And so sometimes you have some help even within the actual problem. By going here, you get to see some resources that relate to the problem, and it will help you solve it. Now, in some cases, you have actually better tools to help you solve the problem. So I'm going to go to a different problem. This is a little more work involved with this one, exercise 14.2. It's one of the assigned problems, and if you go here, you'll see that you have a help me solve this. So this one actually will give you the very same problem again, different numbers, but it will step you through the process of how you solve it. So now, between the review of the answer key in the module in Canvas and these tools that you get right inside of each problem, you will be able to solve the homework. There's also going to be videos that are a part of the modules as well. So there's many resources that you need to choose from. I wouldn't suggest you use all the resources for everything unless you have a lot more time than you may have, than I expect you have. So you have to be a little selective. So try to explore the different types of resources you may get. I'm gonna see if I can see. There's another one that is actually called something docs. I forget exactly at the moment. Demo docs, and so that will be also part of this in some cases. But these are pretty good tools: videos, demo docs, now and other things like that within MAL. And once you do that, obviously you can even check your answer here to see if you did it right, and you can go back and try it again. So take advantage of these tools. Let me get out of here. And again, you're doing this within Canvas, accessing MAL. But again, if you don't want to, you can do it through this other place. Once you do that, you can move on to the next page, and in that case, it will be simply just the review and summary of what you just did for weeks 1 and 2, and then you get to preview what's going to happen in the following weeks, in this case, for chapter 15. So that's how the modules and My Lab is sort of organized. And so let me go back to My Lab one more time to show you basically other features that are part of My Lab that you may want to use as well. I already showed you the assignments part, which is here. If I go back to the main menu, you also you should be able to use results after you submit any of these assignments, including the exams. When you go to results, you will be able to go back and review how you did and what you did and what's the actual answer. So everything will be available. For homework and for RCs, you get to see them immediately after you submit. For exams, it will be after the due date. You also here have access to the actual ebook, and so you go to that link, click on the e-text, and you get to see the actual ebook. So for some of you that haven't bought the printed textbook, this is your only way to get to the reading for this class. It's going to come along in a second, and so it has, even the textbook here, the ebook, has many features that will help you with your study. You can highlight, you can make a note, you can search, so it's pretty neat also to use that. The other thing that I think is useful, very useful, is the multimedia library. You go there, and example, if I choose chapter 14, I can select all if I want to, and then I just get to see what's available. In this chapter, there's actually some templates in Excel, there's some PowerPoints, there's some other flashcards, and in some cases, in most cases, you will see also videos. I don't see any videos in this case, but there will be chapters with videos that will also show you how to solve some problems. And there's other things that you might want to explore. There's actually something called dynamic study modules. I haven't seen these. These are kind of new for this textbook, so I'm not sure how good they are at the moment. So I'll explore and see. Other than that, I think that's all you need for this class. I hope you enjoyed these tools. Take care. Bye-bye.